And we're going. Here we are. Jim's Veracity channel. I am your host, Jim. This is my friend, Barry. Barry, say hello to everybody.
Welcome one, welcome all. My name is Barry.
So this is the maiden voyage of our channel. We just started this. This is numero uno. So here we go. So Barry, you and I were talking a little bit earlier today and last night and weeks prior to this as far as why we started this channel. And I wanted to talk to the viewers a little, or viewers. You're not viewing us because it's all audio. We have not engaged video.
We're saving everybody from how we look. That's probably good.
Yeah. They can, they can just imagine us being, young, strapping, beautiful men. And,
long flowing hair.
So yeah, here we are. So Jim's Veracity channel. So why we started this channel. So Barry, I don't know about you, but I know that I've had some experiences with listening to different podcasts and in the past. A lot of those that really resonated with me are like the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. Adam Carolla is a pretty good one that I've listened to in the past, but Joe Rogan a lot. I enjoy listening to him, watching his show. He has a wide variety of individuals on the show, so people from all different types of walks of life. I think that really inspires me that we could still have those conversations in this modern time with the political discourse the way that it is, right? Each side shouting at the other side how wrong they are and how right their side is and how wrong the other side is. And so that's why I wanted to start the channel. You and I've talked about it for a while. I always enjoy talking to you, and I hope you enjoy talking to me.
That's likewise, buddy. Yeah. I mean, I totally get it. Those guys are great sources of inspiration and our aspiration, and using technology as a platform to get our voice out there to learn and understand.
Yeah. So that's it. We, we put right there in the slogan, we beginning journey to knowledge always begins with the conversation. So, conversations typically between more than one person, although you can have an internal dialogue, but typically you're not really going to learn anything unless you're actually listening to another individual and having those conversations and, learning as you go. So, so that's kind of why I wanted to start the channel. I know I've had conversations with a lot of my friends and family and people out there in the community that have kind of asked, like, what's the channel going to be about? What's your topics? What's your topic? Dude, I really don't have a specific topic in mind. I want to talk about anything and everything that comes up.
Exactly. No journ.
Yeah, man. I think that, when you start to put those constraints on there, you're kind of limiting what you want to learn, which direction you want to go with it. And, I don't want to do that, man.
Yeah, that's what Joe Rogan does, right? So.
Yeah, man. And that's inspirational. What's really inspirational about his podcast is the fact that one week he has, I don't want to say a polarizing individual, because after I've watched the 2-hour podcast, I had a lot of more respect for the guy, Ben Shapiro.
Oh yeah.
Like I never really thought I could agree with any of his politics, because I was probably like the most of us out there that, we watch our news networks, right? We sit on our sidelines and we cheer for our team, right?
True story.
Yeah, and so he's talking to Ben, and I was kind of just taken aback. I was like, "Wow, hey, I actually kind of I like a couple of these things that this guy's talking about." And then, like a week or two later, he turns on and he talks to Bernie Sanders, right? A guy that's probably on the exact opposite team. And one thing to really kind of was like kind of the aha moment. Joe, I'll never forget this. Joe asked Bernie, like, so, what do you think about the current Democratic debates, the way that they're set up, right? I don't know if you've been watching them at all, Barry, but
I watched a couple of them.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like, here's the format. They're like, okay, Bernie, what do you think about healthcare? Give us your healthcare policy. And you have 4 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't
It's
know.
pretty
Yeah.
lame.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to get much substance in a 4 minutes. I mean, you're going to get a lot of sound bites, right?
Yeah.
And so so he's sitting there, to him and Bernie are talking, and Bernie's like, yeah, I don't like it. The fact that they ask you for a healthcare policy or an economic policy, and you got 4 or 5 minutes to respond to the question, to outline that, and then they turn to your opponents and they give them like 2 or 3 minutes to rebut.
Rebuttal. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, anyway, so I'm not here to preach any specific political ideologue. I just found it very inspirational that he can have those two very different individuals, right, on his podcast, talking to him, and
They could sit down, they could talk, and they could
yeah. I mean, they weren't together, but I mean, they best. I mean, you could sit there and listen to them, and there's no twist in those words, right? What those guys are saying.
You can see where he's actually asking genuine questions, very authentic, and it gets responses, which are, he gets to take this huge policy, which is massive, by the way, and doesn't have to explain in 4 minutes, can go through how he wants to change it, which is great. It gives you the time to listen. I enjoyed Joe Rogan and other podcasters as well. And yeah, man, it's just great sources of inspiration from that guy for sure.
Yeah, so I really think that that's kind of the evolution of our politics. Hopefully, that we move away from this, these debates where it's not really even a debate; it's more of just like a yelling match back and forth, and where you end up having opponents like Andrew Yang. He gets like 5 minutes to talk during the entire Democratic debate. Right here, he is on the stage, and Joe Biden gets like 30 to 40 minutes, and here's Andrew Yang, right?
Yeah.
And he gets like 5 minutes, and it's just like, yeah, okay, I get it. They always target the front runner, the ones that are on the back. They don't get a lot of their talk time, and I don't know. It's kind of crazy. So I think that this is, the internet is going to be the way of the future when it comes to those types of debates, and the decorum, I think, hopefully will improve with that.
Yeah, web society.
Yeah. I think, yeah, I just,
well,
I'm hopeful.
I always like the idea of this evolution of perception, back in the day when, they used to have like Plato's allegory, right? They had put that cave, a bunch of people in there, and they put shadows on the wall. And, one day one guy learns the truth and tries to tell him, and, it's like, you're a fool. That's not what they are. That's always been there. And he always got mocked or ridiculed for that. But he knew the truth because over time, he was able to learn something new. And right now that our platform is going to be technology, and how we're going to learn through everything that is doing these podcasts to share this with everybody else as well. And actually looking forward to doing it and sharing this whole with you, Jim, because you're my best bud. I have a great time with you every time, buddy.
Nice.
And totally excited about sharing this adventure with you, at least.
Yeah, man, absolutely. It's definitely mutual. And I mean, we should probably tell our listeners we've been friends a long time.
Oh, way too long, dude.
Like what, 36 years?
Dude, I stopped counting after
35
like
years. Yeah. It's been a long time. We definitely have a tremendous different amounts of experience too between the both of us, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. We come from two different walks of life after high school for sure.
Yeah. So it's exciting. So I'm hopeful for the future. So the future of the podcast. I'd like to invite individuals on from obviously politics. I enjoy talking politics, but I don't want this to be fully centered on politics. But books. There's a couple different books that I've read that have really inspired me over the past several months. One that's really hit home is a couple of them. Atomic Habits by James Clear.
Good one, by the way.
Yeah, you did. Did you read that? That's a really good book.
Yeah, I got done with the first few chapters. I never finished the whole thing yet.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Another one, the Power of Habits, Why We Do What We Do, and that's by That's by Duhigg is the author's last name. His first name escapes me, but both books, obviously, the running theme is habits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both fascinating. They really drill down scientifically why we do what we do, and when you understand why you do what you do, you can rewire yourself to do what you want to do, right? And you could stop doing the things you don't want to do.
Yeah. Sounds
Yeah.
like a
Yeah, so both books are amazing. I'd love to talk to the authors and get a little bit more insight and ask them questions. And the listeners here would definitely do well if they pick up either one of those two books and read those books. You're definitely not going to be wasting your time at all.
yeah. Those definitely good ones. So are we just sticking to books? I thought we were going to do all kinds of stuff, man.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Everything, nothing's off the table. And hopefully the plan is, as we progress with this podcast format, we can have our schedules and calendars up on the website, and we'll get the website up and running. Right now, we're just using our Facebook friends there.
Facebook Times.
Yeah, the Facebook Times to get all of our information out. And yeah, so we'll hopefully we'll get some more content up there on the website showing kind of what current upcoming topics are, so that our listeners can plan accordingly and obviously want to listen.
Yeah, that's great. I'm
But
actually
yeah,
excited, man.
yeah,
So,
man. I'd love to talk to Neil deGrasse Tyson. I know I'm maybe a ways off, but hey, let's shoot for the stars, hit the moon, hit
Yeah.
for the moon, shoot for the star. I don't know what the proverb or what the saying.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. There it is. Yeah, yeah. I read his book. And I know I'm talking books now. Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. That's a really good book, man.
Okay.
That's a freaking awesome book, dude. That will put your world into perspective. I will tell you that right now.
Oof, I like that.
Yeah, that definitely puts you in perspective. The universe does not care about you. That's kind of the underlining theme of the book.
Oof, even better. I like
The
it.
universe does not care at all. Period.
The universe is a big meat grinder, huh?
It is. It is. Yeah. So, and I also wanted to talk about talk movies, right?
Oh yeah, movies. I love movies.
Yeah, movies. Those are fun. Yeah. So let's talk movies right now. I'm kind of curious. Have you?
Sure, let's go.
This is the big thing right now that's in the news. I don't know if anybody's heard this, but the new movie that's coming out, Joker, I guess, is getting a lot of buzz.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix, yeah. So I'm a huge Joaquin Phoenix fan. I'm really excited for his work. But I'll be honest, this movie kind of worries me in a sense.
Really?
Yeah. Because from what I've read and what I've heard online, a lot of people are looking to really want to have a very canon type Joker movie, a movie that's really talking about Joker and everything Joker. But I guess the way that the movie's shot, like if you take Joker out of it, like it's a freaking sick movie. It's crazy. It's insane. Like, and I guess there's hardly any comic book references at all. So like the whole idea, like you could change this dude's name and it's a great movie, people are saying, and it's really crazy, but there's no real references to Joker at all or anything like that. And I don't know. It's
well, I thought it looks interesting for sure, just because the fact, well, the title says the Joker, right? So I mean, that simply implies it's supposed to be him. And what gets me though is that it looked a little confusing because it seems like the timeline would be weird because this is after Joker wins his great battle with his arch nemesis, but it seems like it's his storyline, his background story to how or where he came from. So, I'm trying to figure out how that pieces in still.
Yeah. So essentially what it is, and they actually put it back. They actually, from what I've read, they have centered this movie to take place in the 80s, and they're very specific about it being shot in the 80s with the 80s themes, because I guess the director did not want anybody to have any thoughts about it becoming a franchise or being tied into any sort of Batman, anything like that.
Wow. Hmm.
Yeah, I know, and it's crazy. So yeah, so the movie centers around Arthur Fleck. He's the guy we see in all the trailers. Who's Joaquin Phoenix is the actor. This guy's obviously been kicked in the nuts a few times in life,
Yeah. Yeah.
just to say the least, right? So yeah, he's been kicked quite a bit, and he's been yeah. So society has really done a number on him. Um, and so now he basically gets to the point where he ends up cracking, right? And he just ends up splitting, and his personality takes on a whole new persona. And um, yeah, I guess he's very violent. I heard the from what I read the all the scenes that he's involved in with killing people is just absolutely gruesome and absolutely insane. And I guess there's a lot of fear out there that this this movie is going to spawn um a copycat, like somebody's going to want to come out and want to do the same thing.
Jeez, really?
Yeah, I guess the idea was because, like, he's this very complicated character that's
Hmm.
that society is kind of beat down.
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, is it society's fault? Is it at what point is it society's fault, and what point is it the individual's fault? Right. Clearly, whenever you decide to
Yeah.
uh, hurt somebody else, then it is no longer society's problem. That is your problem, right? There's got to be a sense of self responsibility. But
Yeah.
I guess maybe the good that will come out of this will be conversations about mental illness, perhaps. I don't know, because
uh,
I guess the guy's. I mean, he's just crazy. I mean, I guess from
well,
what I've read, like, and I don't mean to spoil it because what I've read, I mean, I've read a few spoilers, but one is like he's got this nervous laugh. Like, I guess
yeah.
there's like a couple different ways that he laughs in the movie.
Hmm.
There's one like he's like actually laughing because something is funny, and then there's one that he does like a nervous laugh, like he can't help it, like, and he'll be in the middle of, and the more nervous he is, the louder this very loud laugh is.
Hmm.
It's very annoying. Yeah, and I guess it makes life very difficult for him. And then of course there's the third laugh from what I've read, or from what I've heard. I don't want to say I've read it, but from what I've heard is um he he has the Joker laugh, like whatever that is. I have no idea. So maybe it's the laugh that he has when he kills people, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm a huge Superman fan. Huge. I don't want to say huge, but I'm
Batman.
pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Batman. I like the DC universe. If they would ever get their crap together, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, I do know Heath Ledger though. He did an excellent job as a Joker. So Joaquin Phoenix has got a really big shoes to fill there. So I heard that he did a really good job of his transformation though. He got into the role so much he actually lost a lot of weight, and I heard he just crushed it on some of the reviews I saw.
Yeah, yeah. No, I heard he did a really good job. Heath Ledger, man. Talking about that Joker. It's funny is I'll never forget. So I'm way back when that movie first came out. I was always reading the reviews before it came out, talking about it. And when they first announced Heath Ledger was going to be the Joker for that movie,
Yeah.
I was like, "What, the Brokeback Mountain guy?
Yeah,
What?"
I don't know how to quit you.
I was like, "Are you serious? Like, who's this guy? What? 10
uh,
Things I Hate About You?" That was like the movie that I remember him from.
yeah, for sure.
Shout out to my daughter. We talked about that today. She made a 10 Things I Hate About You reference, and I totally did not get it. And she made fun of me for about a solid 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, you obviously deserved it.
I know, right? I know. I was like,
How dare you not
whatever.
get it?
I was like, whatever. No, I think I was trying to be cool. I was like,
You
whatever.
played it off, yeah. Yeah, of course you got to play it off.
Yeah, I was like, whatever. But yeah, so anyway, I remember when they first announced that casting for Heath Ledger to be the Joker of that Batman franchise. I was kind of like, what? And they did a really good job of like hiding what his Joker looked like.
Yeah.
Like I remember,
Oh yeah, I remember that because they didn't really show on the trailers because you know how most trailers these days show
yep,
everything like in the first
yep,
30. like they show the plots, the twists, all the scary parts. It's just but they did a great job on the Batman Dark Knight because they didn't show like all those wonderful, emotional, incredible character building experiences. You had to learn it by sitting in the theater,
Yeah.
watching it and learning it there on the spot. Man, that movie was entertaining. I loved it. I
Yeah.
want to watch it now.
I know, right? I know. We should just do a live screening of that, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Next podcast.
Yeah, no, that was so awesome. That was amazing. I remember I did see there was like this like leaked set photo, which I think the director Christopher Nolan actually leaked this. It's funny because like you remember seeing him, right? That what he looked like in the movie.
Yeah, of course.
But like before they rolled the movie out, there was this like set picture that was quote unquote leaked. And I'll never forget it because they took a picture of Heath Ledger behind some smoky glass. And like they had him his hair, like you couldn't see his face, you could just see the colors, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like you could see this super bright purple jacket, you could see this, like I wish I could find the picture, you could see like super bright green hair, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, oh my god, this is just gonna be dumb, I can't believe this.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, man.
Brokeback Mountain guy is gonna screw up the freaking Batman universe. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Well,
But it's funny because that was a fake. And then like the movie came, and like when he ripped off that mask and he's like, what doesn't kill you only makes you stranger. I was like, oh
Yeah.
my God, that's insane.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that Joaquin Phoenix, man, he might just nail this and crush it and might actually live up to the new hype of the Joker, because Jared Leto didn't do a great job. I mean, he did all right, but it was lacklustering. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
No, he sucked. I hate it. I did not like that at all. I thought it sucked. I was like, you got to be shitting me. Are you kidding me?
Okay, good. I'm glad.
I was nervous. I was nervous because I was like, I know Jared Leto's an amazing actor. Like he did the Dallas Buyers Club, and he got some really good reviews with that. And I was really excited for that. But man, that Joker could just like not ever exist ever again, and I'd totally be okay with that. Yeah, okay, I was not cool with that at all. But so going back to Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, so I have my theory, and this is something I have not read, so this is not a spoiler. This is just from the Gospel of Jim. What I think is going to happen. So we just saw Pattinson. I can remember his first name, the Twilight kid. I say kid. He's not that much younger than I am, but yeah. So Pattinson, he
young as you?
Not Pattinson Oswald. That's
there we go. Of Oswald, yes.
Yeah, he's a funny comedian.
Love that guy.
Pattinson. I can't. Robert Pattinson, is that his name? I think that's his name.
I thought it was Pattinson Oswald.
No, that's the comedian.
Okay, yeah.
Pattinson Oswald is a comedian. He's a freaking hilarious guy.
Yeah, I love that guy. That guy's awesome.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson, I think is the actor's name. That's just got pinned to play the Batman. So here's my theory, right? Okay, so you have Joaquin Phoenix, and they've shown this in the trailers, and where he's wearing the little clown nose. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I saw it.
He's walking, and you see him, and he kind of goes up to this little kid. Now we know Bruce Wayne's parents are in the movie, right? And we know his dad, Thomas Wayne, plays a pretty big part in it.
Yep.
And so I believe that is Bruce Wayne when he's reaching through the bars and he's forcing him up into a smile. So here's my thought. Here's my theory. So this is taking place back in the 80s. Clearly, this little kid behind the bars is not going to sprout up in the next, 5 years to don the Batman costume to fight Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, right?
Yeah.
And Joaquin Phoenix is, the guy's, he's not. Anyway, so 20 years down the road, he's not going to be playing Joker, right? So that'd be a really hard stretch to go for.
Right.
What I think that this Joker persona is going to be inspiration for the real Joker to come about.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think Joaquin Phoenix's Joker might, and I haven't read this anywhere, so I'm not spoiling it for anybody. This is just, again, Gospel of Jim. I think what's going to happen is,
This
I
is like,
think I think Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is going to die at the end of the movie, and I think that I think the director does not want to do another one. I think he's made it very apparent that this is not part of any Batman universe. Although I think he's saying that to try to deceive us a little bit, because I don't think that DC is going to move money into a project like this and have it be a standalone. I think they really want to do the extended universe like Marvel has. So I think what's going to happen is, I think that's Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne, that little
Mhm.
kid. And I think he's going to have a freaking fear of clowns, dude. Because I think by the end of the movie, you're going to see Joaquin Phoenix's Joker kill Thomas Wayne's parents. And I
Mhm.
think that guy's going to die. I think Arthur Fleck's Joker, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, is going to die. And that's going to be the serve as inspiration for the next Joker to come about. And I think that next Joker might come out in the next Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, or maybe the one after that.
Okay, that's a lot of speculation.
I know that's I know I use very complex mathematical algorithms for that projection, so
Yeah, wow, you nailed it.
a lot of probability. So anyway, so we're gonna put this out on the web, and if I'm right, dude, I'm the
Yeah,
man. But
you
no,
heard it first. You heard it here first, folks.
okay. So, but I think that's the one way you salvage the DC extended universe, dude. I mean, they have done such a crappy job of building any sort of characters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you come
Yeah.
out, you got Superman, right? I'm excited for it. Here it goes. Henry Cavill got casted. The story was kind of like paralleling Smallville in a sense that they're focusing more on Clark Kent and less on Superman, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was exciting. And then they brought us Batman v Superman, and they totally just crapped the bed. So they're like, here they had
Yeah.
this somewhat good storyline, although I mean, it was kind of rushed. I think that they could have spent a lot longer with him developing his powers and going through the trials of all that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, Batman v Superman. Nah, I wasn't having it, man. Because then they're like, oh, here, let's just throw this Wonder Woman character, right? You never seen her before. Care about her.
Yeah.
She's important, and then they come out. Then the Justice League. I mean, come on, really? You're gonna throw all those characters into one movie without any
Yeah.
characterization, no build up, nothing?
Yeah. They did the Avengers perfectly, though. How they had a bunch of background stories. That's what they should have done too.
Dude, that was a slow burn. That was a slow burn, and it was so nice, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you felt good. This one, they just wanted to start a fire real quick, and they just kind of poured a bunch of gasoline on it and lit a match.
Yeah.
Right?
And it got out of control. Like there's so many missing pieces out of it. Yeah.
they're like, yeah, we're gonna rock this. It's gonna burn bright. It's gonna bring all of these fans to us. Just totally just shat the bed. So I don't know, man. Future of DC, if you're listening, yeah, give me a call, man. I'm not a huge comic book nerd, right?
Yeah.
And I don't mean to talk down to all those comic book nerds. And
Oh, he does.
Nerds is a very
I'm a nerd too. Okay, so
yeah. I mean,
that?
yeah. I mean, but I mean, I don't know anything about that. But I know movies, right? I know good stories.
Yeah, of course.
And I mean, yeah, hit me up, man. You want to bounce some ideas off me? I'll be more than happy to give you my 401. Give you the info on it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, movies. So yeah, that's exciting. That's coming up. And
movie reviews. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, movie reviews would be fun. I think it'd be really cool. I think people would dig that. I know I like it. I love watching movies.
Yeah, I know you saw that Rambo.
Yeah, Rambo, man. Characterization missing. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm a guy that needs more depth, but I don't know, man.
I haven't seen it yet, so
yeah, I won't spoil it. Go ahead and spend your money, go watch it. I mean, you have to, right? I mean, it's been around since we were kids.
True story.
That's one of those movies you just got to watch it. And I think Sylvester Stallone knew that when he wrote, or I don't know if he wrote it, but whenever he made it, he's like, there's a whole freaking crap ton of people that are going to go watch this because, it's been part of their lives their whole life, right?
Yeah, that young generation are adults now. They're going to watch it. And I'm like, Hey, that's me. I'm gonna go watch it.
I know, and look at me. I went and I watched it, and
Yeah, it works. We're part of their
yeah,
algorithm.
yeah. Listen, hey man, it works. It was yeah. This, I mean, dude, they could have done so much more, man. They
You know?
just. I mean, we talked about this before. They just. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he leaves too much. I don't know his. I haven't seen the Expendables. I haven't seen much of any of other his work. I haven't seen any much more of his work
Recently.
recently. Yeah, so I can't really attest to a lot of his storytelling.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen from that movie, he leaves a lot of stuff open for you to assume. And
Huh.
yeah, and it's sad. It's sad to think that franchise may or may not go out. I don't know. I'm not
Hmm.
going to say if he lives or dies in the end.
Well, I heard there was a new Rambo.
What's that?
I heard there's a new Rambo, New Blood. Is that true?
What do you mean, new Rambo, new blood? Are you messing with me?
No, I'm referring to the conversation we had before. It was that there was another Rambo in the family.
Oh yeah, I don't want to give that away.
Okay, so to me that seems like that's just leaving the door open for
Yeah,
potential
I don't know.
franchises down the road for a new generation of people. But yeah, let's not go down that road too much.
Yeah.
Let's just stop here and let them.
Yeah, yeah. If you haven't seen the movie, don't expect much. But yeah, go see it.
There's a lot of backstory missing. Let's put it that
Just
way.
yeah, just go see it because it's part of your childhood. And,
It's Rambo. It's action packed.
It's Rambo. Well,
It's no backstory, no action, dude.
no, dude, I told you it was missing a few things, man.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Yeah, there's a few things missing out of it, man.
Okay. Well,
yes, I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah, I'll leave it there. So yeah, Rambo was good. For the most part, I guess. I wouldn't see it. I won't see it again. And that says a lot because I like to watch movies multiple times. I would not see the movie again. It was just
so
it was like
so that's no, I'm sorry. But I was gonna say, yeah, so podcasting, we're gonna do books, we're doing movies, we're gonna do music. Because music's not really my big thing. Maybe that's you. Right?
It's not my forte. I mean, I got like my playlist I have, and I really
that you listened to for the past 20 years.
Yeah, I'm not super passionate, and I will probably piss more people off by trying to talk about music, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Than anything. So I'd like to steer clear of music.
They're talking about like you Generation Xer. You can't freaking relate.
I know, right?
What about games though, man? We're gonna do
yeah. I haven't played many games lately. I'm always respectful of games. I like to talk about them, right? Because I like to find out what's new and what's out there. My son likes to play video games, and so him and I talk a little bit. I'd like to talk more about him, but I don't think his mom would like for me to get into gaming again because that can definitely take up a lot of your time. So, yeah, no, I think we could talk about gaming. Yeah, I think that would be. I think that's fun. I enjoy it.
It's for the podcast, though. It's for the podcast.
Yeah, I know. Sweetheart.
Now you got an excuse.
My people need me. They need us. Too.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, well,
yeah, game's cool. TV shows.
Yeah, definitely, dude. There's a lot of good ones out there too right now. There's more coming up soon.
Like, it totally is. And since we're on the DC kick, I'm just going to give a shout out to Tom Welling, who is coming back to reprise his role as Clark Kent in the upcoming Arrowverse Crisis on Infinity Earth. I'm really looking forward to that. That's really exciting.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever saw Smallville when you were younger.
Smallville. No, I'm just joking. I know what it is.
I was like, oh, wait a minute.
That's
wow.
Great. Yeah,
so that's exciting. Brandon Routh is coming back. He's doing.
That's cool.
Do you remember Brandon Routh? He did Superman Returns.
Yeah. He was also Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I loved him in that.
Hey, can I? Okay, since we're just conversing, you and I, let me just go ahead and do a quick confessional. I have not seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Wow. I'm going to just end this right now. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, it's actually really funny.
Is it
Yeah.
really good?
Yeah, it's really good, man. It's a great storyline. It's got some flashbacks or nostalgia with the Zelda background. It's like a lot of good stuff from our childhood in there. And it's about a love story and it's got action. Dude, it's great, man. It's really good. It's a great storyline, great character development, and the plot advances perfectly too. So
Huh.
well written. So I would recommend you definitely go seeing that. Since you haven't seen it, I don't want to say too much.
All right, I'm going to check that out. That's definitely on the list. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I've seen the I might have seen a trailer or two back when it first came out, but I never watched it. I never had the opportunity to see it, I guess.
Yeah,
One of
yeah,
those
it's
weird
good,
things.
good goofy one for sure.
Yeah, so Brandon Routh, he played
Oh yeah.
he played in Batman Returns. He was the new Superman after Christopher Reeves. That was like kind of what was bringing that was going to bring it back. But that movie, I don't know. Dude, I could talk about that movie for a while. What they did with that one. You know what's crazy about that movie is the fact that I don't know if you remember because it was so long ago. Kevin Spacey's Lex Luthor,
Yeah.
which I thought was pretty good.
Mhm.
He did
Well,
a
it's Kevin
pretty
Spacey, man. He's
yeah.
legendary.
He's legendary. He definitely followed the vein of Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor. But what I'm trying to get at is though him and Superman, they only shared 5 minutes of screen time throughout that whole movie.
Yeah. Huh.
Did you know that?
I did not know that. I'm trying to think back to it because
Yeah,
it's been a
I
while
know.
since I've seen it.
Most people never really realize that. Like here he is, Lex Luthor. This is like the main villain of the freaking story.
Hmm.
Him and Superman only shared 4 or 5 minutes of screen time in the entire movie.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, it's when he created that big
Island.
kryptonite
Yeah.
island.
Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Clearly, Superman didn't know what it was until he actually sat down on top of it. I guess that's really weird.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
you think you might have been able to spot that with his X-ray vision, like, oh, look, there's kryptonite.
well, like X-ray vision, but I mean, if like we start talking about like radiation, right, and we start
Yeah.
talking about like how things are scaled
Mm-hmm.
based off of the what type of radiation it's emitting, and obviously the bigger the material, the more radiation it's going to be giving off, right?
Oh,
So
true.
clearly, this is something he's probably going to be feeling like he's going to be feeling this down in Mexico flying up, right?
True story.
He's going to be like,
Now
dude,
you mention it, yeah.
like, dude, there's some kryptonite somewhere, man. And like as he gets closer, he's getting weaker and weaker. No, this guy's coming in 110 miles an hour, slams down on the ground, and then he realizes, oh crap, there's kryptonite everywhere.
Well, it's very theatric for sure. I mean, it's for a movie watcher, obviously. So
Yeah, I don't know, man.
it's easy to nitpick, you know. It's
Well, I
like,
mean, I'm a huge fan, bro. I mean, I love Superman. I love the whole idea, the concept of it. The alien being coming to the world, and he has to mask himself. He has to, basically put on a disguise to fit in, and he has to limit himself so that he's not sticking out in society. I mean, it's a beautiful, amazing story that Smallville absolutely nailed. They nailed that character
hmm.
on that show. Granted, it took a long time for him to finally get to the point where he flew, but that was the whole idea, and that's what they focused on was the fact that look, it's not just about a dude wearing blue tights flying around. The whole story of Superman and what makes that storyline so great is that the character endures so much hardship as he's growing up. We all remember what it was like growing up. I mean, we have
Yeah, true.
testosterone flowing through our systems, and we're trying to make good decisions with all this crazy biochemicals, interactions going on during adolescence and teenage years. And like, here's a dude that's like, he's going through all of that as well as amazing abilities that he just cannot let the rest of the world know that he has, right? So he's trying to keep who he is hidden from the rest of the world. And the fact that he does that, and I don't know, it's crazy. It's amazing storyline. But yeah, Brandon Routh, Superman.
And he's reprised his role. That's cool.
Yeah, so he's playing, I guess from the comics it's called Kingdom Come Superman, which is like an older Superman. Yeah, so he's gonna be wearing the Kingdom Come Superman costume, and that was really cool when they first announced that. And then I guess there was a huge push to try to get Tom Welling to come back and reprise his role. And yeah, he actually signed on and said, yeah, he'll do it. And dude, I know they just when that contract got signed and that news clip went out, they had about 1 million extra freaking viewers all of a sudden sign up to watch because that's big.
Yeah, it's part of our nostalgia again, huh? It's like, oh, it was such a great show. Let's see how well he's done and how far he's grown.
Yeah, it'll be really cool to see where they go with it. But
yeah,
yeah. And other things I'd like to talk about, and Star Trek's a pretty big. I know big love for both of us. We grew up around that, and I remember going to your house.
Wars.
I remember going to your house when I was a kid and watching Star Trek: The Next Gen on Saturday night, starting at 10 o'clock at night. We'd pop that popcorn and we'd watch 2 episodes back to back. That was pretty exciting. And to bring Picard back.
Oh, I saw that
series.
Yeah, for the movie.
Oh no, it's not a movie. It's a TV series.
Oh no, it's a TV series. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a TV series. They're bringing it back, man. Him and I read that Brent Spiner's coming back to. I don't know if he's going to be playing Data or if he's doing flashbacks or what he's coming in for, but that's going to be really exciting.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, that's a TV show, man. That's going to be something else. But
yeah, because that new Star Trek series is really good, and I heard they're going to be doing some Star Wars movies too. So they're going to be doing a Mandalore series, I think. I don't know if it's a TV series or show or a movie yet, but that's going to be cool. I don't know if you're into Star Wars like I am there, buddy.
Yeah. No, I like Star Wars. Hey, listen, man, love for everybody, bro. I'll love Star Trek. I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
But the Force Awakens wasn't that great.
Oh
no, the Force Awakens. Oh, sorry, the Force Awakens was okay, but the last Jedi was I thought it was disappointing for me.
A letdown. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
they have a lot of rich culture, and they got so much in canon. They could have used. I mean, there's so much.
Yeah,
and they could have took that story pretty much anywhere, but it mirrors a lot of the first episodes of the first, not the prequels, but the episode 4, 5, and 6. So, and I don't know if they were doing that on purpose, but I don't know. We'll see here in a shortly when the Rise of the Skywalkers airs, which I think is going to be at the end of this year in December. So
yeah, that'll be exciting. Yeah, so they the director, I can't remember his name, it just escaped me. He did the Force Awakens, and then he went off and did Star Trek.
Oh, J.J. Abrams?
Yeah, Abrams. Yeah, so Abrams is back for the Rise of the Skywalkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the director that they had in between the two, and I guess I've read where they're talking about some loose ends that director kind of did not tie up. That hopefully JJ comes back and fixes. But
okay, so we definitely talked about a long array of things, and yeah, man, I'm stoked about getting more in depth in some of these things.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I know, in the beginning with this first episode, I didn't want to stick to just one, I wanted to talk about a wide variety of things that I'm passionate about, that maybe you're also passionate about, and hopefully maybe our listeners are passionate about, and maybe they can give us some feedback. Maybe there's some of them that maybe there's some of them that want to jump on the podcast with us and have conversations regarding specific opportunities, specific items.
Yeah, podcast with us.
Hey, man. Yeah, we invite anybody and everybody on. It'd be fun.
More the merrier.
Yeah. But so I think this will wrap up this first maiden voyage episode of
we made it
podcast. I think we made it. Congratulations.
Break out the champagne.
So we'll hopefully get this up loaded up on YouTube. We're going to be getting it in iTunes and a couple other formats, maybe Google. They have their platform. We'll try to get up on there as well.
Oh yeah, there's yep. Good call.
Yes, we have a couple different areas to go down. I think the first spot is to probably get it up on YouTube, and Get that out there for the people to start watching free of charge right away, and give us some feedback. Please, if you have not already done so, like and subscribe our YouTube channel, and give us all sorts of feedback that we can hopefully make this a better experience for us as well as you. So, Barry, anything you want to say to everybody before we let them go?
Well, thank you for taking this journey with us. I'm excited. I know I probably can speak for myself and probably for Jen. And we do appreciate all the feedback that we can get. And
Absolutely.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook too. And don't forget to tell your friends.
Yeah, share that, please. Yeah. So the anchor's pulled up on our ship. We are now set and sail. We are more than happy to move into any ports of entry to allow anybody else on our ship with us. Just make sure to like and share. Tell your friends, they jump on here as well. And hey, man, more people on the boat, the merrier. So this is Jim. I'm going to sign off for today, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Take care.